Haley with
Mrs. Ross.
And today we're going to be making a tower with like Easter eggs with nothing inside of them, and regular Play-Doh, and some homemade Play-Doh that I made.
So if you don't have
Any of this
store-bought Play-Doh, you can go ahead and make some.
So you need
Animals and circus animals that the Related Arts are doing this week. So a lot of the activities that immediately came to my mind were ones that involved a lot of materials, which I can't have you guys do that at home. That's too many things. So I figured we just had Easter, so you might have some of these eggs laying around at home.
And there's nothing inside.
Now,
so.
what I need you guys to have are, we're going to try it just with 24 to see how tall you can make it with 24. And you want to make sure that they can stay together and not fall. You're going to make a tower. Now, just like at the circus, when you go, there's a lot of acrobats that go on, and they do some really cool creative things. So that's why we're going to do this today. Now, I'm going to just go ahead. I'm doing it outside just because it's such a nice day out. And I am going to use the Play-Doh. Now, if you have the Play-Doh from the container, only use one container of Play-Doh, okay? We don't have unlimited amount of Play-Doh to use for this. We have a minimal amount. Or if you make it yourself, you could use like maybe half of the batch.
Yeah.
Okay, because the full batch is a lot of Play-Doh.
Yeah. And right now it's like I push it all down, so.
So I'm going to go ahead and use the Play-Doh out of the container.
And this is brand new Play-Doh. We just opened it up today. Because the other Play-Doh that we have are probably all dry and like emptied. So that's it.
Okay, so here we go.
But if any of your Play-Doh is dry at home, just add a little bit of water to it and then let it sit for 24 hours.
Okay. So here's our Play-Doh. So I'm just going to get a little bit to start off with. I don't want to use too much at the beginning because I'm going to need it at the end and I won't have any because I already used it up. Now, if you're inside, you don't need a tray. You can just do it on the counter. But I'm outside on a wooden picnic table, so that would not really work so well.
Yeah, and you want to like flatten out like a pancake.
Okay, so I'm just kind of putting them down here. Now, I chose all different colors and kinds of Easter eggs because at the circus there are a lot of different animals.
Different colors.
So I just kind of used a variety of them.
I'm just peep.
So now I've kind of put some at the bottom. So now what I can do is I can start to build it going up. Now, you could choose to put some on the side, but just remember your goal is to make it as tall as possible.
Which
okay?
we're going to put the chick on the tippy top of it.
So just kind of keep going. When you're finished, you can go ahead and measure how tall you were able to get it, and then you can send it on our Facebook page, put it in the comments of where I'm posting this lesson, which is also found online on our school site. Or send me an email. I'd love to see how successful you were with this experiment. Now, after you use your 24 eggs, hey, you can go ahead and grab some more and see if you can get it taller. But when you tell me your size, make sure you include the amount of eggs that you used.
And it doesn't take 24 hours long.
Yeah, this will not take that long. It's not 1 egg per hour, right?
No. And just so you know, don't put it on like the top of the egg. Put it on the bottom of the egg. Because the top of the egg, it would more likely just like fall down.
But you can try it out. It might. Oh, yeah. I just knocked mine down.
Mommy.
Okay. So we're going to go ahead and let you go so you can go ahead and do your experiment at home.
And we'll catch back to you when it's finished.
So here we're still building. It has fallen quite a few times.
Yeah, so this is what it looks like. Yeah, you can see what it's like.
No, we still have not used all of the eggs. We're going to continue, but we just wanted to check in and show you.
Okay, so right now
So it's about to fall.
Yeah. And it's like, this is stuff so sticky, so when we do the making Play-Doh slime, but this time I'm definitely going to bring this stuff with us. We keep it here, then we're going to take this stuff outside because it's like so sticky. I'm going to put more flour in it.
So here I have our tower. Now I was able to get it with all but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so I had seven of them that we did not use. The rest we did use out of our 24. So what's that math? 24 minus 7 will tell you how many we were able to use. You can send me a comment so I know that you did your math. Okay, so let's hear how you do it, and we'll show you guys how to make the Play-Doh now. Okay, now as I promised you, we're going to go ahead and make some Play-Doh. Now, the recipe that I found online, we are going to change it so that we don't make as much, because we don't need too much Play-Doh. So the original recipe calls for 2 cups of flour. Yep. So we're going to cut that in half. So what is half of 2?
1.
So we're going to do 1 cup of flour. Okay? 1 cup of flour. So Haley, would you like to do that?
Sure.
So Haley's going to go ahead and put 1 cup of flour in there. Now the next thing that we need, just put that in there. The next thing that we're going to need are 2 tablespoons of vegetable oil. So here's our vegetable oil. And here is our tablespoon. Okay. Now, I just realized we forgot a bowl, so I will be right back. Okay, so now we're back. We have our bowl. So Huntley is going to put in, instead of 2 tablespoons of oil, half of 2 is 1. So he's going to put in 1 tablespoon of vegetable oil. Dump yours as well. Now, the next thing that it calls for is half of a cup of salt. So if we take half and split that in half again, to make it smaller, we are going to need a quarter cup or a 1/4 of a cup of salt. So I'm going to have Huntley do this one. Okay. Now the next item, as he's doing the 1/4 cup or 1/4 of a cup of salt, I'm going to have Haley get ready to do, it calls for 2 tablespoons of cream of tartar, but she's going to only do 1. Because, nope, go all the way to the top.
Cream of tartar. Okay. This stuff, you know what that means. This is like flour. If you feel like flour, pop it on. Yeah. I need more cream of tartar. The cream of tartar, you have to do exactly the much as you need. Yeah. This is like salt. Yeah. Oopsie. I'll get that. Here it is. It's raining. It's snowing. It's snowing. It's snowing.
We're going to do, it calls for 1 to 1.5 cups of boiling water. So what I did is I just put some water in here. Now, we're not going to use all of it, okay? But if we did half of those measurements that they're saying that we're going to need, that would be anywhere from like a half a cup would be the smallest.
What color the time?
To about like a cup. What? So we also need some food coloring. Now I'm going to recommend adding the food coloring to the water and then to the dry powders that you guys have put in there. Pick this one. He's going to do like a lime green color. Okay, so you can use the gel kind or you can also use liquid.
And we are
okay, it doesn't matter which one you're doing. Okay.
so big.
Oops. Oopsie.
Yeah, I
it's okay.
declare that we should do the other color.
It's okay. So here we have it in there. Now if we need to add more color later, we can, but it just helps to have it in here in the water versus out of the water.
Dump it in.
Because then the color gets evenly distributed throughout the other. Okay.
And yes, it looks like a science experiment. You get to like a silly color.
I'm going to actually add just a little bit more color.
Yes.
And you don't have to use colors. If you don't have food coloring at home, that is okay.
But you might, but who knows?
Now you could also add, if you had some different scents extracts at home, you guys could always add those. I tried looking, I have some, but I couldn't locate them.
Okay, so right now,
but then you could make them smell.
A little bit in.
Just a little.
Oh, ew.
And then we're going to carefully stir it so we don't get it out of the bowl and make a mess.
After this, I'm going to make my own batch, and this is going to be yellow. This is not the best color.
Look at the stir.
Yeah, I don't think you're the right person to stir it.
Okay. So I'm gonna jump in and kind of help them mix it real quickly. I'm gonna put you back down. Okay.
Very salty. It's like pinch of powder in it, sugar.
Okay, I'm gonna add a little bit more. Though we don't want to overdo the water, the liquid.
Let's make it very sticky.
Now it's time to get ready to start to really knead it.
Yeah, I don't want to get my hand dyed green.
Okay, so I'm just pushing it into itself, is kneading it. Just like a baker would knead the
So
bread.
right now, Huntley is going to be doing that.
Color, now it is warm right now, because of course we had the water warm. But it will cool off. It's not burning hot where you can't touch it, because I did not do quite boiling water. But it feels great. It feels like Play-Doh. And we could use this then for our egg experiment. I hope you guys enjoyed.